right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to what is game number 2 now here in this best of 3 series, Friends versus Digital Company, aka, well, Friends,
remaining.
aka Kamanchi, as they're also known by. Here, Kamanchi the one up, 1 game to nothing though. With that said, so excited to be here. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Tsunami once again, and we got game number 2, and interesting, because, you know, looking at the hero picks, they're kind of just swapping things around. I had to do a double take there for a second, but it's Monkey King this time on the side of Kamanchi, and then Treant Bat Rider.
That was a nice combo you had there. Mind if I try it?
Yeah. Okay.
Except Darkseer, definitely the wild card. I don't know where that one came from.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the combination worked out well. I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the entire game was won by TA just having like a amazing laning phase in game 1. Like Bat Rider, yes, very good at getting pickoffs, and they were getting pickoffs in the mid game, but you know, neither of these heroes were really like standouts, and so I'm not surprised that Kamanchi didn't go back for like a first pick Treant or a first pick Bat Rider. And Monkey King is always like a pretty standard first pick, so Kamanchi going for it does not surprise me too much. But yeah, this Darkseer is definitely the most strange pick, because if you do see Darkseer these days, it's typically as like a later stage pick. You won't really see a Darkseer off lane be picked up this early, but he's still a perfectly good hero, especially when you can combine a vacuum and a wall into a Wukong's command. That slow of wall, this is like one of the few combinations that it actually benefits from by keeping heroes more locked into that Wukong's command, so I can see why they would go for it.
yeah, and perhaps just a comfort factor as well. Again, I'm not very familiar with these players here, but wouldn't surprise me if it has a bit to do with that, despite the hero himself dying off with more and more nerfs over time. But Troll Warlord in the 3rd pick for Digital Company, so definitely a change of pace as well. Troll Warlord, though, definitely brings the solo tower pushing presence. The battle trance even, and the fervor on top of that.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, 3rd pick coming out for Kamanchi. As we had
5 seconds
Juggernaut and
remaining.
Lifestealer bands from them, we had Tinker as well as the Sark bands on the other side. In fact, the initial bands are also something very unique now that I'm looking at those. Tusk and Night Stalker
Radiant team pick.
taken away by Kamanchi. Those are not everyday bands at all.
Yeah, this was actually the 2nd series that Night Stalker, I believe, was first phase banned. So clearly, Kamanchi are familiar with some player on DC that they're like, dude, we freaking Pablo's Night Stalker, man. We can't go into that. I don't know if it's actually Pablo, but someone on DC clearly has a very strong Night Stalker, and I mean, it's not like DC were picking any other like
10 seconds
insta-pick first-round phased heroes. In fact, like I don't even know who's slipping through, because Magnus is these days like the #1 hero, and DC has been consistently banning out Magnus. But aside from that, I guess it is Monkey King who would usually be banned. But yeah, all these heroes slipping through, and DC pick up a Disruptor to help out this Troll Warlord in lane, and definitely a good counter to Weaver as well.
Yeah, great for that, and the Glimpse in general, a strong tool, so not surprised to see the Disruptor pick coming out right here. Decent synergy with the Overgrowth even, you could argue. OD, though, picked up by Kamanchi, the Outworld Devourer, as he's also called. We'll be playing the middle here for Kamanchi.
Yeah, OD is a pretty common... You'll see him commonly picked up after a Troll Warlord pick, because Troll Warlord is he's a very dumb hero who has very, very low int gain, and so OD doesn't even really need to steal very much int from Arcane Orb before that Sanity's Eclipse does a ton of damage to a Troll. And on top of that, the mana burn is also pretty substantial, because not only does Troll have low int gain, that Sanity's Eclipse will deal a lot of damage, but if you burn off half of his mana, then all of a sudden he has the difficulty staying in the fight, being able to cast his Whirling Axes and stay on targets. So yeah, I like the OD pick. And then Oracle is a hero that I've been seeing more and more frequently. I don't remember which team ran it. I want to say it was that...
It's a Zodak Cup I think you were casting.
Yeah, and so I'm going to guess that it was Complexity running it. Oh yeah, it was Complexity running it. Yeah, it was a Melons Oracle, and it worked out pretty well. The main reason that they got it in that game was, I imagine, to be an Abaddon counter, because Fortune's End can just purge off a Foddic Shield. But in this game, Oracle doesn't really have very many worthy purge targets with the Q, but his ultimate will be able to very easily purge off Batrider Lasso. And oh wait, actually, yeah. So his Q can purge off Treant Protector's Overgrowth as well, and Troll Warlord's Whirling Axe's Blind and the Slow. So yeah, okay, I can definitely see the advantage of having an Oracle in this draft, and as well as the Disarm being very, very irritating for a Troll Warlord to deal with. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oracle's kind of an interesting hero because, like, as you're going over there, he really does have many different powerful abilities, right? Where you got the Disarm, as you mentioned at the last second, but then even the Purge on top of that. And then, oh, by the way, a tool that essentially saves a target with the idea, at least, of the False Promise right there. And if you can get enough heals in, depending on who that is, then, keeps him alive in the end. So it really actually is a pretty strong, more so of that defensive support. I have not cast an Oracle game, though, in a long time. I know you mentioned you happened to see it recently, but
I'm looking forward to you saying his spells, because that is the default of all newcomers. I'm gonna keep my eye on the stream, and if I see you hover over the spells, if I see you pause and hover over it, I'm gonna call you out.
Oh, I do that. I do that always, man. I mean, that's just a habit.
But it's going to be very obvious on the Oracle. I guarantee it.
I do get his abilities mixed up at rare times. I know what you're saying. It's like they're really like big names too. Like,
yeah, I know. They're all fancy. It's too fancy for its own good.
It really is. Anyways, Oracle right here. He's going to place the ward down very early on. Gets an aggressive ward at that.
Yeah, he is he has a very well-rounded toolkit, but the one thing that he is short on is stuns. And for the most part, that's the one thing that Kamanchi as a whole are short on. They don't really have very many sources of hard disable. They'll have the Boundless Strike, and really that's it. They don't really, I mean, like, yes, technically Vacuum will be able to break channels, but dude, it's on a 32-second cooldown. You can't really expect it to be used as just casual crowd control. You need to be saving that for team fights and whatnot. So that will be the one issue for Kamanchi, but hey, they're the ones with the Weaver on their team. They don't need to be worried too much about keeping enemies locked down for a long time, aside from this Batrider.
Well, lane's coming out right here as far as what we possibly may be seeing. By the way, there's going to be a Silencer middle. We didn't really talk too much about that, but the final pick Silencer, of course, going to end up as the middle lane here. You got Disruptor as the main support, and then Treant Protector on top of that yet again, being ran as support. So, but yeah, kind of swapping sides right here as far as who's playing what. But yeah, that Oracle, though, could potentially be pretty useful this game. So looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. I guess they last picked a Silencer. Would Silencer maybe be a decent counter to the likes of an Oracle? So a good response right there because of, preventing him from doing anything, I guess.
True, yeah. False Promise is the advantage is that you get to heal up your ally a lot whenever they're underneath it, but there are no real sources of heal aside from the fact that Darkseer may build a Greaves. Oracle needs to be spamming Purifying Flames on a target to keep them alive, and yeah, Global Silence will definitely prevent that. The thing is that Kamanchi aren't too teamfight dependent. At most, I think the Silencer is going to be irritating for the Weaver to deal with, but Arc will most likely build a very early Manta style, or someone on his team will build a Lotus Orb for him. Whatever the case, it's the Weaver that's going to be having the most issues. I'm not too concerned about Kamanchi's teamfight moving forward because, like, Monkey King is so flexible that, like, once you get the Wukong's command out, it doesn't really matter if you get silenced because it's still going to be going on, and the enemy team can't really fight into you regardless. So.
Yeah. Winner of this series, by the way, as I showed on the brackets earlier, in case you missed it, the winner plays Empire in the following round. Of course, Empire coming off the performance in the DAC, and frankly, looking pretty good at the DAC. So an up-and-coming, not really an up-and-coming, but as of late in the CIS region has definitely been one of the stronger teams. So that's your treat here if you happen to pull through with a victory. Right now, it's a 1-0 lead, of course, for Kamanchi here in this series. And, man, it's nice to have ticketed games here. We do got that score right at the top.
Oh, man, you have no idea.
Yeah.
So many recent games I've just been saying Radiant and Dire.
Yeah.
And, I have no shame. I will gladly say that.
Yeah, not my problem. All right, Mag, he's got the double Ion Shell up, but, man, he's going to...
He has no Surge.
Is he dead?
Oh,
Get support out, though.
Very well played. Yeah, he bought that TP in the side shop as soon as he got bashed. He was just like, yeah, this is, I'm going to have to evacuate this very quickly.
Yeah, as you mentioned, no Surge, but he manages to get away. He actually goes right to the Shrine, and very smart decision there, too, in the situation, because now he just comes right back in to the lane and going to miss as little as experience as possible. But it is a 1 versus 3, so Mag willing to be very careful right here. Again, they obviously still know he doesn't have a Surge, In fact, they're going to go right back for him. The bash comes out, and this time he won't have a TP. In fact, yes, I was... Okay, wow, he just gets level 2 right there, and he surges away.
Screwed. And he uses his salve? Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, he was hoping for the big escape.
I mean, if he had like a Quelling Blade and like 6 tangos, then maybe, sure, he may have been able to get out of that situation, but 1 point in Surge against a tri-lane situation, that's very, very optimistic.
And that was just greedy in the first place. I mean, it just happened. He was able to reset with the TP, but that time he wasn't having a TP, so I don't know what the game plan was necessarily, but he thought he could make a heroic play. But he gives up first blood in return.
He gives up first blood and Disruptor hits level 2, and so Pablo's going to be holding on to this skill point if the opportunity for Kinetic Field presents itself, or if the opportunity for Glimpse presents itself. Either way, this Darkseer just got a way harder lane, meanwhile mid lane Primal Spring onto the Silencer, but Astral is only level 1, and that is basically melee range Astral.
Yeah, something we saw yesterday, speaking of Monkey King, is, man, he's going to take a lot of damage himself, actually. Is he dead?
He was challenging a Silencer like that. If you had Jingu, then go for it, but dude, this guy's been getting solo experience in the mid lane. You are still level 1.
I was just about to bring that up too. How this talk of perhaps just getting the passive first on Monkey King lately has been more and more relevant because of some nerfs, and we even saw it yesterday in another event that we happened to cast, and it did pretty well in that circumstance in a tri-lane setup even. But yeah, he didn't have it right there, and so the idea of manning up on a Silencer clearly not the best decision.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot these days. Monkey Kings, if they can see a good opportunity to zone a target, and they'll just sit around and zone until they hit level 2. Just keep constantly Jinguing the offlaner or something like that, and then once they hit level 2, then they'll start migrating into the mid lane, because then Jingu harass is something to be concerned about. But yeah, when you're just level 1, a Silencer will win that fight every time.
Back at the bottom lane. He's trying to, again, leech in for some kind of experience. Going to throw up that Iron Shell, but in the background, Treant Protector's here looking to set up some kind of flank. However, Monkey King also now rotating over and making his way here. Perhaps going to
He's still level 1 though, so he can't really like there's no threat of Monkey King doing anything, because I mean there's living armor, and so oh, he cuts the tree. Lucky guess by Smile.
Yeah, he cut the right tree using that Quelling Blade. He's going to go for the TP, and not going to happen because the Glimpse comes out, and he is dead. So yeah, Smile, you might as well use that cooldown, knowing there's a Monkey King in the game, and happen to find the right tree.
Yeah, he was not even expecting it. He cut it, and then he was just continuing to walk down his path, and he saw Monkey King just like fall down suddenly. He was like, oh, guess I'll get a kill then.
Yeah, that's 3-0 start for Digital Company, much better than the previous game. Now, you know, it's not all 100% going well at the top lane, or more so for Kamanchi. This is a positive for them, as that Arc is having the free farm. Up here, already Ring of Health, and well on his way to an early Lincoln Sphere here at this point. So, see what kind of impact that has here. I mean, what do you think of going that first item Lincoln Sphere?
Lasso.
Is it just simply for that? Okay.
It's just for that. Because really, okay, Lasso and Glimpse. So, 2 spells, but still 2 very, very important spells. That Primal Swings and Lift, but Massacre is still in a lot of trouble. Oracle is level 3. That's kind of healing him right now, but...
Oh! Not going to be enough, yeah. Got to be a little careful with those flames. Obviously with the heal after, but it is a lot of burst damage initially. And secures the kill in the end, but now Seneko is Deadco. However, here comes Arc. Pablo is Deado.
Deadlow.
He gets taken out, and now Screen, I don't have anything for him. Treant Protector just going to try to hold his ground, hopefully get the turn kill on a Monkey King. That was kind of an interesting fight, to say the least. Ends up being a double kill for Arc, though, on the Weaver, and
yeah, no,
that's good for
our Weaver is very, very pleased with that entire arrangement. You can gladly sacrifice your Oracle for that. Weaver has a lot of potential to get large, because even though there is, yes, that Glimpse and that Lasso, if he does manage to complete this Lincoln Sphere very early, then he's probably going to get it before either of those heroes, I guess either of those heroes hit level 6, because the Glimpse into Static Storm is really what makes it such a terrifying combo. But yeah, Arc is he's having a grand old time right now.
Yeah, he is loving life at the top lane, and it doesn't seem like much Digital Company can do against it at this point, unless they really want to commit everything to it, but I don't think they're looking to do that. Troll Willard, he's having his own friendly time here at the bottom lane, at least. Has those phase boots finished, the early Poor Man Shield. And Sobi Mask as well, or Sage's Mask even, to that mana regen kicked in right here. But top lane back up here. Got Monkey King and Oracle looking for another opportunity. Fortune's End ready to go. But not going to find the angle. They see a tree and protector nearby as well. Not worth going for any kind of commitment. Dark's here. He has a Soul Ring. He has a Haster now that he just happens to pass by and pick up. And so he's getting close to hitting that level 6 mark. And although I don't know if he's going to get that wall level 6 by any means, but
yeah, I think he'll probably sit on it. It's kind of like a Magnus type situation where if you foresee team fights coming, well, I mean, actually, a lot of times, even if you do foresee team fights, sometimes you'll find that one point in vacuum may be a little bit more effective. But yeah, Mag will probably sit on his level 6. I don't really think that Kamanchi are too interested in team fighting yet. Monkey King is way too underleveled right now, getting some whole experience by himself. And actually, Weaver heads on bot and smokes up with Staneko.
Huh.
And they want to go and kill this Troll Warlord.
Weaver
Troll
doesn't.
Warlord leaves.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm out of here. He's going to port to the top lane. I don't know. They must have seen something.
Well, there's a radiant ward on this cliff, and so I guess that they must have smoked like in this little vicinity of range. But yeah, Troll Warlord immediately pees out. There's a scan. So Pablo, he's biting his fingernails right now, and very cleverly rooted by Arc going behind, and now Pablo confirms his location, and he will be dead.
Just
now
a matter.
Before Smile gets a kill on top lane on the Monkey King.
Yeah, how about that? So the rotation ends up working out pretty well. Very good pick up there. That ward proven to be very worthwhile for the Radiant side at least. And so at least you get the turn kill. But now the bottom tower push, you do have Tree and Protector here. Living Armor currently on cooldown. Is going to set up. No overgrowth though.
No overgrowth, that's the problem.
Pablo porting in, but that's just Pablo. He needs to be careful about that. Weaver actually even using the time lapse right there. In comes the Arcane's Curse, but I think there should be fine here as Weaver. Yep, he'll keep on going.
Yeah, well played by Arc. He was waiting for that curse to run out before he cast his Shikuchi again, because it's a maxed out Arcane Curse. That's going to be irritating for Weaver to deal with all game long. But advantage top lane. Meanwhile, 2 Jingu stacks. This troll might be dead.
Trying to escape right here. Living Armor comes out. That should help a little bit. Phase Boots in 3 seconds. The Arcane Orb auto attacks, though. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, no Sanity's Eclipse on this OD despite being level 7. That's another common thing that you'll see is ODs will hold on to Sanity's Eclipse. But usually they'll sit on the point so that if they get an opportunity to use it like that, then they'll be able to get a kill. But Troll gets out, and that's actually really valuable because this Troll, he's doing pretty well. He's #1 net worth despite not really having a free lane. Meanwhile, Pablo gonna go down.
Yeah, that glimpse almost helping Weaver as well. It pretty much just ported him back after he gets the kill anyways. Not that you can blame Disruptor right there, but man, Arc's just having a good day. He's like, oh, hey, Treant, yeah, you're gonna do nothing. I'll just keep attacking your tower, maybe get the deny. No, he just attacks so weak. And now he's like, all right, I gotta get the hell on out of here. So Arc is just really powerful, man. He already has a Perseverance. He almost has the Ultimate Arm. This is going to be a very early Lincoln's again, as you're talking about earlier.
The only thing that I'm scared is that, yes, Arc is having like an exceptional game, but hopefully he doesn't start forcing his team into fights that they're not prepared to take. Because, yeah, sure, he'll have a ton of farm, and he'll have a ton of sustain, but, like, mid lane.
Yeah, they're going for a play right here, however. Oracle makes his way out of the kinetic field, or at the brim if it has that support coming in. The Shikuchi on forward from Arc. Speaking of him, the bugs go up. Pablo hit by it, and now the chase is happening. The Purifying Flames initially. The glimpse back. This time it will save him in the long run. Barely staying alive back there. Magical, meanwhile, OD. Out comes a Global Silence, actually. With the curse and last word up, OD taking some good damage. One more glaive, perhaps going to do it, but a nice surge at the last second will keep him alive. Oh. Meanwhile, they do get the kill in the background on Disruptor, actually, as down goes the Oracle. But now Weaver, he's still looking for more. He has a time lapse still. Worst case here.
Oh, wow.
He wants to go in.
Shows himself.
Look at this. He's really going in. He has the bugs. Can he put them up? No. Well dodged.
His turn rate's slow. Well played by Bat Rider, but now he might pay for it. Arc still has mana for time lapse.
And there we go. And now he's going for the silencer. Actually, it's going to be Glimpse, kind of an awkward spot right there. The Living Armor going to save him. The Arc going for the Trick. Says, I'm taking you with me. No, he ain't. It's a killing spree for silencer all of a sudden. Okay, talk about aggressive play. That was its finest right there.
Bot lane, Mag, about to die.
But at what cost? Warlord? Nah, he's good.
That's a level 5 Monkey King, unfortunately. Actually, he could have gone for a Tree Dance into Primal Spring, but Yeah, you may have just gone to your death because Troll Warlord is a very difficult hero to 1v1. But yeah, this is the pitfall of having such an exceptional early game, and God help me, I've seen this so many times in pub games. Players will get a ton of farm, and yes, you will be significantly more powerful than the enemy, but the enemy is still 5 heroes, and you are only 1 hero.
Yeah.
So he had the opportunity to get out after he finished off that. Actually, he didn't. Who did he kill?
He ended up killing the Bat Rider. It was a Bat Rider, yeah.
Oh yeah. So he had the opportunity to get out after killing the Bat Rider. Got too greedy, tried to go for the silencer, got punished because living armor is an amazing spell.
And able to turn it. So, yeah, that was a digital company making the best of that situation. You do see, you know, I was kind of wondering about this because I've seen this before too. And he ends up going the Perseverance. He ends up building a Dragonlance after that. So he did not go straight into a Lincoln's here by any means. But want to bulk up a little bit more. But now probably going to be picking up the Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, Bat Rider was still kind of low level. At this point, Bat Rider does have Lasso, but hopefully Arc will be hanging out with his team, and it looks like that will be the case, as Yol getting some vision of Screen, gonna dust him up before anything even happens. But
yeah,
Screen's all isolated.
Oh, he pops the Overgrowth and the Global Sonnets. They want to fight this right here. In fact, Dream Protector going to live for now. The last one on Monkey King. He's going to be pure.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That thing
that's
forges
what I
in.
thought.
Yes, he's going to be forges in.
No, it's false promise.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. Anyways, what happened right there? Monkey King did end up dying. So did Trian, but now Oracle himself is going to fall. Dominating for Silencer, actually. So, yeah, they committed to a fight there big time. And you know what? It was the right choice.
Yeah, OD actually was not joining in on any of that. He's been pushing out bot all quietly. Meanwhile, mid, Arc and Smile are dueling. But yeah, this is what I was concerned about, because yet again, Arc is very tanky and he got out of the fight just fine. But the God damn it, false promise had to be used onto the Monkey King to save him from getting cliffed. Which really, it's not that big of a concern for Monkey King. He can Wukong's command from the cliff. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, the fight was just too disjointed, and Kamanchi were not prepared because they did not have their mid laner to join in that team fight.
Monkey King trying to make up some levels, a little bit of farm there in the middle lane. Mag, meanwhile, he finds the Treant Protector up here, but doesn't have vision on him personally, and neither does OD. So this Treant Protector should be fine, as long as he hides in stealth. Middle lane. You know, you have Troll Warlord, actually. There's a glimpse back onto Monkey King right into some bashes to the face. And down he goes. So nice catch there coming out from the Radiant side. Now back to the top lane. Looks like Silencer still wants to make a play here. With that Treant, going to go on to Mag, but he's keeping his distance. No, they're going to force an overgrowth out of this. The seed comes out. TP support coming in from Oracle. Cannot get there in time, actually. And it ends up being another kill for the likes of the Silencer right here. So he's off to a fantastic start. He needs to support out, though. He's 5-on-1. No. He did not astral him. He must not have seen him at the last, or he must have been hidden there, yeah.
He wasn't expecting it, I guess. At least now that means that Silencer has gone back to base, and so he's going to have to walk up very slowly. But 4 heroes on DC are ready to defend, and living armor makes it exceptionally difficult to have to break high ground, and Comanche are just going to back off.
Top tower is under attack.
Global Science is also ready to go, so even though he's not necessarily there himself, he would be able to assist in the fight. So Kamanchi thinking better of it. Decided it's best to fall back for the time being, as now we're going to have a pause coming out from a digital company right here. But Dark's here, working on finishing that mechanism himself, on his way to the Guardian Greaves follow-up, of course. But haven't really seen much out of him yet. In fact, he still doesn't have the Wall of Replica yet. Has a level 2 vacuum currently. But that's an ability that will definitely come into play here. So yeah, we talked about how Weaver got a little too YOLO there with this early on farm. Obviously, it's kind of slowed down a little bit, but now Troll Warlord has actually overtaken the top farm in the game. Going that Vlad's first and going into the SNY. So is this pretty expected of his build, do you think?
Yeah, Troll. Usually you can choose which one you go first, either the Sange and Yasha or the Vlads, but both of them are considered to be pretty core on Troll these days. Moving forward, I think he will most likely need a BKB, which Trolls don't really like having to build BKB. They like just being able to build more sustain and damage and being able to survive in a fight just based off of the fact that no one wants to fight them. But this game, there's so much that he needs to be concerned about. Like if he gets astraled or that disarm that we mentioned earlier. Oh, lasso cancel on the ODTP.
Yeah, and they also use a global science to this as well. They better get this kill. I don't know if they are actually. Some bash box, but the Fortune's End going to be activated onto the OD right there. And now Smile himself, he will end up falling. So that's a nice bounty coming out for them. Astral Imprisonment, I believe OD is going to survive it in the end. Not for long. The Oracle goes down, and so will the OD. So despite killing Troll Warlord, the numbers just simply weren't there for Kamanchi. Arc was busy pushing middle, and then he had Mag doing his thing at the bottom lane. The TP was on cooldown. So seemed like they had a chance to really respond right there, but they just simply didn't.
Yeah, Kamanchi just like refuses to 5-man, and now Arc gonna get bashed. Can they actually get out because Monkey King was in the right place at the right time? Arc does not. Okay, now he has mana for time lapse, but if Ishikuchi is okay, now he does not have mana for time lapse.
Oh no. Okay, well, Arcane Boots, so now he does. He's back to it right here. As it with Mag support nearby. Can he use a Shrine in time? Even with it, though, is he still going to die? I mean, it's adding up with those charges here, the passive, but no, he's able to kite them away. The Flame Break comes out, the TPs happen, and down goes Monkey King, so nice use right there. Oh, they glimpse back Arc as well. He's going to be able to, oh, here he did time lapse, actually, so he gets caught, and he's dead here. As the Overgrowth even committed on top of that. So another case of Kamanchi. It feels like they're really trying to force some of these fights, especially with lack of numbers.
I mean, they don't want fights, they want picks, but DC are wise to Kamanchi. Like, this was the issue in Game 1 as well. Kamanchi, we're just like, oh, we're the best. We can kind of go wherever we want, and you're going to have to respect that. But no, DC have wisened up this time. They are bringing their whole team, as opposed to Kamanchi just bringing like 2 or 3 heroes. Yet again, Weaver went in, and yes, Weaver is quite large, but Monkey King has nothing. Monkey King is just a Blightstone and a Boundless Strike right now, and that's not nearly enough to be able to join into that many heroes. And I guess the idea was, okay, Global was spent up in the top lane. We can probably win this fight, but yeah, no. All of Kamanchi need to stick together as 5. They have a great 5-man. Once they stick, like, I haven't seen Darkseer join into a single team fight yet. He has the mechanism. Join your team. Be with them. Give them heals.
Seems like a good idea. Yeah, he still doesn't have the wall even. I mean, I guess when he's not with the team, though, you know, what's the point of it? So, has a vacuum maxed out at least now, but we'll get wall at level 11 into the level 2 wall at 12.
Yeah, exactly. It's typically the plan if you've held off this long, but hopefully he stays with his team, because I don't care if he puts 2 points in wall and he stays around by himself. At least the smoke kind of implies that they want to do something together. Magical was not included in that smoke, but maybe he'll be the bait.
Yeah, this Silencer still is yet to die. 7-0-3 right here. And oh, Balance Strike fine. There's the vacuum, but again, no wall coming out. The Static Storm Kinetic Field combo encounter on a Darkseer with the Global Science, so they're probably going to get the turn kill on the enemy. Pops it back at the last second, the Overgrowth, though, and they catch OD with a Lasso. Arcus here looking to make a play. Oh my god, Darkseer actually lives with a False Promise in the back of the heels coming out. He is going to barely survive, so no kills happening, despite all of that commitment, actually, from Digital Company. The glimpse not going to be really much, and Oracle will remain alive as well. Wow, and they have a Shrine to use right here. I am shocked nobody died.
Yeah, it was by virtue of Kamanchi actually being together as 5 for once. The mechanism came out at the last second, and Magical was in a good position to save the Darkseer, so this is the defensive capabilities that the team has. Seneko also was able to use that False Promise. Oh, they burned down a Monkey King tree.
I know he's here, but he has a teammate support, so not going to be able to make a play on him. God, he's at half life, though. Yeah, they glimpse him back. Maybe they will. Kinetic Field, he's going to get caught. Wukong's command, he's put under with the Astral Imprisonment. I think that's the best call, but they still are probably going to follow this up. Oh, yes, he will die.
I don't know why Kamanchi thought that was a good idea to go for a Roche. I mean, this Weaver doesn't even have like a Desolator yet. I mean, yes, Swarm drops some armor, but you need like 5 heroes to follow up on that. Now Oracle gets glimpsed back. Nice vision provided by Massacre, and Oracle's dead.
Yes, he is. Matt can just sit there and watch. Actually ends up searching himself in the end, rather than the Oracle, but just a little bit too far away. Yeah, another case of the decision-making from Kamanchi, perhaps, and it's a little off, but now if you're Digital Chaos, or Digital Company, excuse me, not Digital Chaos, nothing that confuses me, they're going to go for Roshan themselves, and I was going to say, yeah, this seems like a lot more possible, especially with the Troll Warlord, but now Storm's going to spot it, and so much for that. I mean, they get it to half life at least. But yeah, they're not going to give this up, and now they're ready to fight again. Again, still no wall on Darkseer. That's so unfortunate if you're committing into a fight here. Such a big tool to have, so.
Well, it is 20 minutes, so you could buy a tome.
That's true.
But, okay, why did they care so much about this Roche?
They really want it. But yeah, they're really committing. Oh, that's a big static storm with the Overgrowth. In comes to make the false promise use on a Mag in the back of the Wukong command. Will be in a decent placement as well. The Overgrowth, they'll lock out the supports back here. But everyone's staying alive for now. Standing into Eclipse comes out. Troll, he buys back immediately as he dies, but Train Protector goes down. Disruptor managing to stay alive just barely himself as they're going to kill a Monkey King. But Troll Willer, he's coming back in, but they're not going to stop this now. So the commitment to Roshan eventually works out for Kamanchi. Unless Batrider makes a play here. Oh, he wants to get a kill on Oracle. He's like, all right, I'm going to take a hero with me then if you're going to get the Roshan. And not even going to happen, though. Nice support.
Very well played force step by Magical. I can't believe they finally come out on top with that. I'm assuming Global Silence was on cooldown because I see it up right now on Necroman, and, well, that is there's no reason not to use it, so I imagine it was probably on cooldown. So Kamanchi finally find themselves a window. I thought for sure it was going to be another failed Roche attempt, but you know, they come out on top for once in that hit and forced out a buyback on the Troll. I mean, he was definitely hoping to contest that, and I imagine a big portion of that was like, oh, okay, we have Global Silence, we can go for it. But I guess Silencer had already left, and you know, that buyback amounted to nothing.
And that's huge because, yeah, it's obviously he's still working just fine on what's now a BKB, but that really set him back right there to literally be nothing coming out of it, as mentioned. They're going to find Monkey King here, by the way. Oh, nice Primal Sprain, though. He actually gets the Lincolns on him from Weaver.
Global?
They really want this kill. I mean, they might. Okay, he's trying to hide right there. Be one of the trees. Not going to work. So, but yeah, they used a glow for that. You're right. Finally, the wall comes out, by the way. Catches a couple, but Troy Whirling and Whirling Axis thrown out. Going out of OD back here. Disruptor's picked off, but the Static Storm catches Weaver. Weaver, though, will pop the time lapse, and now he's going to be able to take a Treant Protector off to the side. Silencer, he's at half-life. He hasn't died yet, but it could likely be his very first death right here. He does not. Oh, he does have a TP. Just enough mana for it. Can they find him in time? No, they can. Yes, they can. The Astral Imprisonment at the last, very last split, 0.01 second. They do catch him, and finally the first death. That's a huge bounty for OD now.
Yeah, he just rocketed to #1 net worth, and yeah, this is definitely first round of a qualifier. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Again, the prize is you're gonna play Empire here.
Yeah, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think Empire is probably going to come out on top. Both teams are just like okay, so yesterday you saw some of that Stand King stack, and this is what I typically see whenever you see 5 players put together. Like, there is clear individual skill on all 10 players in this game. But the shot calling is just not there whatsoever. Like, people are just like joining fights whenever they feel like it. People are saying like, okay, I want to fight, and they're like, wait, I'm not in position to fight. You're gonna get a double damage hit onto this Batrider, but he gets out.
Yeah,
so,
no.
yeah, this is the most typical issue whenever you see 5 random players put together, and seeing as how Kamanchi is like currently just a amalgamation of a bunch of other, you know, teamless CIS players, and like, DC may have been playing together for a while, but you know, it's difficult to say how long. Regardless, there is definitely a lack of leadership on both teams.
Well, Digital Company going to try to make a play right here. Sentry's going to spot the Treant, though.
Yep.
They're going to catch him. He can't. No, he gets the Overgrowth off just as he dies, but there's no one following this up here.
Like, why even go for the Overgrowth there? You see that no one on Radiant is anywhere near position.
Yeah.
And you're not going to survive off of an Overgrowth.
And now that's on cooldown for a good 80 seconds or so. It's going to at least be a minute since he's back up here, so that's timing for Kamanchi now. Going to try to look to take advantage of. At least they have a BKB picked up on Troll Warlord. Definitely a powerful tool to have here in this game, especially with that earlier buyback that resulted in nothing, unfortunately, for him. But, man, this OD really has jetpacked forward himself. Again, that Hurricane Pike, I believe he has an item being delivered. Yeah, it's Blink Dagger. There we go. I was going to say he had to have something else. So, now Blink coming out, and he has that BKB himself queued up here.
Yeah, it has a 1 minute left on the Aegis. We'll see. I mean, ideally you go for like a tier 1 top push. Tier 2 mid may be a bit greedy. I don't know if the Aegis will last long enough to do anything with that, and it looks like they are going to smoke up towards the top lane.
And tier 1 still being up here. Silencer. Again, he died that last fight for the first time. He's being pinked out, actually. Oh, they're going to wrap around. Monkey King will see him. Balance strike, and there we go. The follow-up. Necroman, can he somehow get out of this? 4 staff away. Global silence even used. I mean, I guess if it keeps him alive, but that's now 2 minutes of a cooldown now.
Top tower is under attack.
He will not have. OD gets pulled back in with a glimpse, but puts himself under. And he blinks off of it as well. The Wukong's command going to keep them from following up here.
Very well played.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower.
And
Top
I mean,
tower.
the net commitment. Oh, nice Batrider lasso, but nice false promise to save him.
Yeah, false promise in return. In fact, Mag is going to get a big vacuum. No wall, though. He got silenced, actually, by the last word, I believe. So he's going to be stopped right there. BKB popped by Smile, and he's going YOLO onto Seneko. Looking to drop him, has that range, but Seneko manages to barely stay alive, healing himself up. Mag gets caught by that overgrowth, but he'll run away with the surge, and OD goes back in the Hurricane Puck. Auto attacks on his Smile. I believe he should survive through it, but man, that's a lot of damage on him. Almost kills him, actually, from that long distance. OD still going, Sanity's Eclipse. Not going to get any kills with it, though. It's not the greatest use, but Dream Protector, he's going to be left behind. Silencer gets picked up. Down goes Tree. Look at the life pool of everyone on the Radiant side. It's basically non-existent. Destructor will fall. Oh, the blink at the last second from Batrider avoids that auto attack. But they were all just so low on life there throughout it.
Top tower is under attack.
And Kamanchi dominating that fight. This OD is just ridiculous here.
Yeah, he's devastatingly large. I don't know what Weaver was doing. I don't know why he was on the south side. Uh-oh. Smile. You need to be careful. Vacuum's up. And he does not have BKB.
They put the wall down, vacuum through it, and he's dead. No buyback. Buyback for a minute at this point. So I don't know if they 100% know that or not, but they're going to go for the tier 2 middle. And they still have the Aegis, right? OD didn't die there. Oh, no. Okay.
No, it timed out.
It did reclaim. Okay. Yeah, Weaver. That's right. Where was Weaver?
He was on the. He was on like the south side of the fight for some reason. I mean, like, yes, technically Weaver can flank, but when you have an Aegis, there's no real reason not to fight with your team, especially when there's global as a threat. Because, like, whenever a global comes out, you want to retreat and move around as your team. Nice sentry, we're gonna spot out this Treant. Global, so what the?
Okay, see, that's just ridiculous. Like, there was literally, he used it after he died.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's, yeah, I don't know. I mean, DC, they had a chance in the late game in game 1. They had a chance in the early game in game 1, and I mean, here in game 2, but I guess it does ultimately come down to overall player skill, and I'm seeing good plays coming out of Kamanchi. I'm still not a fan of their team decision-making, but I guess skill is going to be the deciding factor at the end of the day, and Kamanchi are in a very comfortable spot right now. They're 1 kill down, but they're like 9k net worth up, so yeah, they're just fine.
Yeah, the momentum's been all for them, and their cores are looking just dandy here. The OD, again, his own BKB going to be happening. I don't even know if he needs the BKB necessarily, but I guess, you know, dealing with the silencer, if anything, and getting rid of that, obviously the overgrowth, and just for mobility purposes, it will be nice to have. And hey, double damage rune spawning right here, Weaver. He's going to wait for an opportunity to pick it up, but once he gets that, he's already hitting pretty damn hard. So I assume he has the Hurricane Pike finished as well, because he has another item now queued up in full. Yeah, it looks like it's on that guy. That's an expensive courier, actually.
Yeah,
coming out right here.
Radiant's bottom
A lot of items, though. Basher included for Monkey King as well, so nice new set of items coming out for Kamanchi here. There you go, BKB. And there's a Hurricane Pike. So all these next tier items happening now on top of that double damage rune for Weaver. So yeah.
And then Global's still down for 30 seconds, but I guess at this point they're not too concerned about it. Weaver is pretty much the only hero that can't deal with it, as Darkseer has Greaves, BKB is completed for OD, and yes, technically Oracle can't deal with it either, but I don't know the way. Oh, what is Monkey King doing?
He was kind of trolling a little bit, honestly. Sometimes he walked up as a courier, as I don't know what the plan was. He just threw out his balance strike and then tried to run. Yeah, he was just kind of having fun with the situation. So he's dead for another 20.
Lasso's up.
Yeah, they're really done. Now, that's a decent global silence actually coming out right there. Overgrowth is going to be used shortly after. Static Storm in the midst of it. Oracle caught throughout this. He's going to end up falling, it looks like. Mac, though, he manages to stay alive. Surges on out. The Shrines pop. BKB use on OD as well as Troll Warlord, who's now on the run. Here comes the response, and a big Sanity's Eclipse comes out. Down goes Treant. Down goes Disruptor. Silencer. He's falling now. One more should do it. Down goes Silencer. Hat trick coming out for Magical right here, and he wants more still. Well, his teammates are going to get more as Troll gets picked off again in the background. A 4-for-1 exchange, very worth it. I mean, again, that time the silence seemed solid there, but overall they just didn't have the damage output.
And too many items have been completed on Kamanchi. OD was unstoppable. Troll Warlord tried to close the gap on him, but OD piked himself away, and then as soon as Troll went up and saw that a shrine was popped, he was like, okay, it's time for me to leave. And OD now has 40 int stolen right now, and this is 40 int that's going to last for quite a while, because, I mean, he just got out of that team fight 80 seconds, so a lot of damage on this tower, and almost certainly going to get this tier 3. Global's down, Overgrowth is down, Static Storm is down. We'll see what they can do after this tier 3. I don't know if they can go for the full racks, but knowing Kamanchi, they will almost certainly try.
There's a good chance, I think so. So Mag right here, Fortune's in on him. That's the false promise ready to go if needed. Heals coming out, they'll put him under. So Mag's kind of playing the tank for the team. Guardian Greaves and the Hood of Defiance he has here, but Wukong's command also to help zone them out, but they're not even going to get the tier 3. That's a little surprising. Not for sure they would get that.
At least the constellation prize is a Roche if they check it, which they will, and they will go for it. And still, Global is down for another 20 seconds, but the other teamfight ultimates of BC are up, and so they're going to smoke up and immediately start going down. See if Oracle can pop this smoke.
Yeah, right, he's going to try to go in initially. He gets the lasso on a Darks here, but the false promise comes out. And so it'll be stalled immediately. Now here goes the BKB from Smile. He's going YOLO mode. Screen comes in for the big Root, actually. Root's on the OD with multiple heroes. But you see, Smile in the midst of it is able to take out Mag, actually. Got the vacuum off, but no wall combo to go with it. So they did a good job of keeping him in check. What is Weaver doing? Weaver is in the flank here.
He kind of had to pike himself away.
Okay.
The Silencer kind of zoning him. He can still take this fight.
Yeah, he's going to go in from the flank. Sakuchi's on forward, actually. And now he's with the team right here, putting in the auto attacks. They are uphill. Got to be careful with that. They will pick off Disruptor, though. And the disarm actually on a Silencer, but he's just going to 4-staff away to be fine. So it ends up being a 1-for-1, and they're going to go back into the Roshan pit now. Trying to finish the job. Treant's still nearby.
He doesn't have Overgrowth. In fact, he's sweating bullets right now because he can smell Monkey Gang.
Yeah. Scary for him.
Oh, they cut it.
Okay, they're going to
really
spawn it. Now, actually, Treant's going to get caught here as he tries to assist with that. So he goes down. The push back from Monkey King. Another 4-staff. He's fine.
I mean, they're stalling.
Yeah,
Silencer's back in the fight, but he doesn't. I mean, he has a BKB, but he does not have Global.
Roshan has fallen to the
He's going to drop it.
Is that Cheese? No, just the Aegis. Yeah. Second kill. So the Aegis, though, on Magical here. It's feeling pretty magical. 4,000 gold saved up. Plenty of options here as far as what he wants to go for next. Like the Shivas, perhaps, or more offensive of a Scythe.
No, apparently he's going for a Lincoln's, which really, it's getting difficult for Bad Rider to choose the lasso target, because if you don't lasso Oracle, then he's going to false promise someone. If you don't lasso OD, then he's going to astral whoever you... Nope. Can bounce around all over the place. Wukong's command is up, but so is Overgrowth and Static Storm.
Yeah, this time they should easily be able to get the tier 3. Now, again, the question, though, will they commit to the racks? They're going to keep their distance, it looks like. Mag, in fact, gets glimpsed back in. He's trapped in the kinetic field now. He has his combo. He's going to go for it right here. He's like, all right, come at me, bro. Static Storm in the background. The Root going to be used as well, but that beat can be on Magical from the distance right here on OD. He has ascended these Eclipse. Couldn't really find the positioning, though, and actually they will pick off Weaver in the midst of all of that. So, seemed like a nice setup for a turn, but not to happen. In fact, the glimpse back now to Monkey King. They'll also get him picked up. And they're hunting for more.
Are under attack.
Can he glimpse the OD maybe? No, don't have vision. So at least he'll be fine. But yeah, Weaver, he gets caught. They're able to hold here.
Story of this game, to be honest. And Troll Warlord continues to gather more and more net worth. He's working on a Blink Dagger. I don't know if he'll go for it. It's not a bad item, but this is the one position carry, and he has like a lot of mid-game items. Like, none of these are real late-game troll items to be able to go up against an OD as time progresses, but I guess the idea is that Silencer may prove to be a strong enough carry. He has 38 intelligence stolen, which is a pretty handsome benchmark for a Silencer, but yeah, his BKB timing... Oh wait, actually, that was the first BKB for Silencer, so yeah, he's still in pretty good shape. Troll... His BKB is much lower. It's on 6 seconds right now.
Oh, yeah.
OD, he's on 7 seconds. I'm actually very surprised that Silencer's BKB is still so high, but looks like, yet again, they want to take advantage of this Aegis, and they're making movements down to the mid lane. They took the tier 3, so they'll go for the Shrine.
Might as well get the objectives right here, of course. Play it safe. Get the bottom Shrine at least. Top Shrine still remaining. If you're the Radiant side. Farm elsewhere. That's what Troll Warlord's doing. Again, just finishing that Blink Dagger to talk about, but now he's working on the MKB, so now he's going to be working on much more luxury late game item presence of doing plenty of damage here. A smoke up, though, from Kamanchi, looking for some kind of catch. Radiant doing a good job, though, of not putting themselves in the worst positions here. Global Silence still on cooldown for about 10 seconds.
Oh, Treant.
Oh, it gets caught by the Fortune's End, but they'll be fine. And now they're going for the racks. As mentioned, the Aegis still on the OD, so here we go. Arc, Hurricane Pike away. He's going to get caught here. No false promise coming out. The Global Silence on top of that. They're going to catch Weaver. And they drop him. He's dead for 70 seconds. No buyback. OD, though, pops the BKB. And Ascendity's Eclipse to take out Tramp. But now Smile on the front lines. His BKB is going to be wearing off. Wukong's command put down. Necroman fighting into it. That's not the best position for him. He's going to be disarmed, in fact. A couple of auto attacks later from the OD. He goes down. The false promise to help save Monkey King, meanwhile, the Astral Imprisonment. He may still end up dying. I'm not sure, but he's going to be fine for now at least. Troll Warlord, meanwhile, caught. But he barely gets away as Matt cannot run him down. So Monkey King does end up surviving with the heals coming out. And now they're turning their attention back to the rack. So despite losing Weaver, they still managed to stand strong in the fight here.
Nope. Pike, Shivas. Nope. Pablo survives.
Yeah,
but they still have not taken a racks yet.
No.
It still has Aegis. Still has it for about 1 more minute.
They're not the best sieging team at all.
No, they're not. Especially without the Weaver, which Weaver did not complete a Desolator or anything like that.
That too.
Oh boy. Well, you have to back off because OD just cannot kill towers, really.
No.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, surely Arc has realized that, like, this is not the first 5 minutes of the game. Like, you were a Weaver, and you had your heyday. Times were good. You were getting a lot of kills. You were weaving around all over the place, doing Weaver things. Those days are over. You cannot go into the team like this. I can't even remember the last team fight that this Weaver has survived, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. He has 5 deaths in this game, which actually, isn't the craziest amount. How 11 on Monkey King, but he also hasn't been in a couple of the fights as we've mentioned before. So, yeah, it seems like he's having a tough time being very useful throughout these fights.
Yeah, and he's not going to be in this fight either, as Monkey King pops smoke, but Tree gets burned down. He's going to
do a good job of catching him.
He wants to take this.
He does. He has that TP coming in from Weaver. He's eventually going to join them, but the bash procs onto OD. They may end up locking him down long enough, and all the false promise at the last second to keep him alive for the time being, though. Again, the long run may be a different story, but at least he's going to get some damage out on his Smile. He's just still putting in the auto attack. And finally, we'll take him out. Triple kill for Silencer, meanwhile. Weaver's here, but it's just too damn late. He will go down again. Oh no, Kamanchi, they have 3 heroes with no buybacks. Everyone up for Digital Company. What?
6K net worth shift off top of that. Tier 2 for sure going to go down. They can almost certainly go for Tier 3 damages. The OD buying back is not nearly enough of a deterrence because he will not have all of that stolen int when he comes back. The enemies are still missing their int, but OD does not get his stolen int back, and so yeah, Battle Trance is going to be up in another 7 seconds, and 50 int on the Silencer, so he's dealing a ton of bonus damage. And yeah, unlike Dire, Radiant can very easily push structures.
That Battle Trance right there. They are, in fact, yeah, Troll Warlord going for heroes, but they will get the Tier 3. He's going to be disarmed by Oracle, trying to stall this Rax, but man, if they manage to get the first set of Rax over the Comanche, that's ridiculous, but it looks like they are. He pops a BKB, he's going all out for it. Oracle going to get caught by Lasso as well. Odie trying to save him though, nice imprisonment. You know, so in the background, the Wukong's command comes out, but the Kipton is, oh, Necroman got stunned as he tried to TP by one of the minions right there, so now he needs to run. Treant Protector caught as well. Can they maybe save him at least? Oracle's still chasing, and more are coming in. The auto attacks from OD will finish the job. Silencer now dead with no buyback. They catch Disruptor as well. Everyone else should at least get away, but a couple of solid picks there in the end at least for this Dire side. And now, will they go all in right here? Looking like they want to. They're right towards the base.
I mean, at the very least, take the mid-racks. There are no other outer towers, so they could go for another set, but yeah, yet again, Arc has, like, nothing. He is so poor on this Weaver. Went for a Maelstrom, which this is such a greedy build from a Weaver. Like, the fact that he didn't go a Mance style against a Silencer, it's just, like, you're playing with fire whenever you do something like that.
Yeah.
He's proven to get burned time and time again. And now he wants to finish this Maelstrom into a Mjolnir, which is another structure, another item that doesn't really help, not as much as a Desolator would in terms of pushing structures. And Silencer's dead for 40 seconds, so you get some tier 3 damage.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of that. Really, you can really see here the power of Silencer in these fights, because they're looking much better now with him dead, as far as just sieging the space here. So it's not nearly enough of a threat.
In 2 seconds.
He's going to go in right there. Smile going right on a magical Bashbox initially, but not enough. He falls promise, comes out, and going to save him right there. Static Storm also somewhat whiffing. And they'll just full on retreat as, okay, well, Monkey King ends up, oh wow, he's way in there. Gets picked off. I guess Batrider probably lassoed him there. But you get one casualty out of it, but now Sets are coming back up. But again, damage definitely done by Comanche at least. As they get the racks. But yeah, Arc, he's going for that full-on Mjolnir. No Desolator, though.
No Desolator, no Aghanim Scepter, no Lotus Orb. There's so many better options. No BKB. Buyback on the Monkey King. They want to contest this. Roche is going down quite fast.
Oh, man, it's so fast. And they will get it. A global silence on top of that, just in case. And now they're going to commit to this. A big overgrowth actually with that new Blink Dagger of the Treant Protector. Monkey King's caught, and he will have a dieback right here. No, the false promise at the last second. So keep it alive a little bit longer. Allowed to get off the Wukong's command. That could be a difference for turning some kills. They take out Batrider. You're right. He is going to survive. Wow, the heals are strong enough to keep himself alive. And the rest will have to retreat. So they get the Roshan kill, and they get the Aegis, but I guess they do get cheese on Silencer too. But now, again, Comanche is fighting into them. You got to be careful. Your buyback is ready. And Troll's going.
BKB.
He does. He pops his BKB. Has that Aegis, remember. Pull back onto Odie with the glimpse. He forced to pop his own. He's caught by the lasso, though. Not with the most damage follow-up on him. Sanity's Eclipse comes out, and just like that, Treant Protector melts. Odie will end up falling, though. He's dead for 110 seconds. No buyback. Aegis going to be popped, at least on the Troll Warlord. Arc is trying to do as much damage as possible in the midst of this. He has a time that's going to be forced to use right there, but now he needs to be careful, because with that Troll back up, he is not winning this fight. Needs to get back. Yeah, look at the base meanwhile.
Oh, yeah. That's taking quite a bit of damage. Arc needs to go back. I mean, Darkseer is probably enough to defend it, but they're going to head back. But this is a good opening for DC. Dead OD for a very long time.
Buyback situation. Only Darkseer and Weaver currently the ones with actual buybacks between gold and timing.
Dire's middle tower.
So we see Troll Warlord leading the way, and again, they can definitely siege. That's definitely a strength of theirs with him. And he's there for 60 seconds, OD is, so this should be a middle tower at least, and if not the racks.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Darkseer is not dropping a wall preemptively. But, oh, okay, well, probably a good thing that he didn't, because they ended up going top instead. Well, Troll does. The rest of his team, Silencer, doing a little bit of damage to the mid tower. And this is the right play. Split them.
Oh, there we go. There's the wall coming out to deter.
Radiant's top tower is
now
under
Troll.
attack.
He is going to start falling back from it.
Necroman is standing in so deep. He does tier 3 damage.
But come at me.
the fact that they're not going for a concerted push seems kind of greedy because like you're only able to get away with this because OD is dead right now, and OD's going to be back in 20 seconds, and they have not taken the Brax. They took one tier 3 top. They're going to take this tier 3 bot. KB.
Oh my God, he's going right for it. He's going all in. The global silence will come out. Will they get the melee racks? It looks like possibly 10 more seconds on OD. Yes, he is, but at what cost? Now it gets pulled in by a big vacuum right there. The Stack Storm on top for the Radiant side, trying to help push them off, but they will lose a Troll Warlord. And OD now is back up. Mag is in pursuit. Another vacuum in 20 seconds. However, enough damage to take a Disruptor. Can they maybe chase down Silencer? They also get the Treant Protector elsewhere. And Silencer is going to be caught by the Shivas. The buybacks are real. That's going to be a dead Silencer right here. Will he have a buyback? I don't know if he will. Yeah, he doesn't. He's dead for 85 seconds. This game, it just continues to be pretty ridiculous, let alone the series. And there's the buyback on Troll preemptively. He's already ready to go. But
okay, now they have to go all in. I don't really know if they can win it, but at least the game will be decided in like the next minute and a half, I believe.
that's the idea here. Oh, they're going to smoke up even on the Radiant side. Here for Digital Company. Trying to catch them. Oh, nope, not anymore. He's going to be exposed. Here's the Bat Rider. So they're going to make their way in and trying to siege now. Weaver. Again, still sitting with the same set of items right here. At least trying to get the melee racks killed. They do not want to fight this, but man, you're going to have to, it feels like. Do they go for tier 4 next, or do they go for bottom?
They have to go for bottom.
Okay.
I don't think they can take a tier 4 fight.
Radiant's top barracks.
Silencer's still dead for 25 more seconds, and he won't even have his global silence when he's up, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
There'll still be another good 15 seconds or so. Oh, they're going to try Static Storm initiation. Troll goes in as well. The last one in the back catches the Oracle. Going to finally bring him on through. The Overgrowth on top of it. They will pick off Weaver right off the bat. OD in trouble as well. The False Promise used on himself. Oh, my God. Oracle used it on himself right there. I mean, so he's going to stay alive a little bit longer, if anything. At least OD was able to get away. But now Monkey King is also going to get picked off. So, well, actually, Oracle managed to stay alive. He ends up TPing out. Okay, I guess that wasn't the worst in the world since OD ended up living, but it was a little scary there.
Yeah, OD was holding onto his BKB, so was able to use it. And okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it'll be 3 minutes, not a minute and a half, as they continue marching up to mid. I mean, Weaver doesn't have a buyback, but honestly, Weaver has not really been a factor for a while now. So it's all on this OD. If they can manage to get really strong initiation, which is going to be difficult, like that blink initiation, overgrowth, and the Static Storm was very clean from DC. Now we'll see if... Oh.
We're going to go for the OD, and that's a great chance, actually. Global Silence, a Scythe on top of it. He's dead. He has a buyback, uses it immediately. So at least they'll force that out right away. They did commit quite a bit. But now they're going for the range racks. Again, Darkseer here. Oh, he got silenced, actually. He did not get his wall off there. Simply the vacuum to deter as much as possible. And he's end up using it down here. Static Storm combo. Catches OD again. And OD, he's going to die. And he's staying dead. That's game right there. The Axe Disruptor with the Static Storm. He could not pop the BKB. GG, well played. That is game 2 in favor of Digital Company. We are actually going to a game 3. I cannot believe it. But for sure this one was over for Kamanchi, and I think they did too.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of the game, to be honest. For the most part, I think it was the fact that Weaver, like, Arc had an exceptional game in Game 1, or, wait, who was on the TA on Game 1?
That was Magical.
Oh, okay. Well, then Magical proves to be the strongest part of this Kamanchi squad, from what I'm seeing. He single-handedly carried Game 1 and was pretty much the only reason why Kamanchi was able to stay this long in Game 2. I don't know what Arc's game plan was on this Weaver, but whatever the case, it made the game far more difficult for Kamanchi than it needed to be. And, well, they dropped Game 2, but overall I still consider Kamanchi to be the overall more skilled team, but DC proves to be the more well-composed team, as they were able to, you know, pull a pretty impressive recovery in Game 1 and stood strong in the face of multiple sieges in Game 2. So we'll see what comes out on top as we go to Game 3.
Yeah, hell of a game from Silencer. It took for a long time before he even had his first death. Finishes 18, 6, and 15. All that intelligence stolen, 40,000 plus damage in the game. Top the charts there. So definitely a big reason for their victory and doing plenty throughout. So, yeah, forcing the third and final game. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got that Game 3 now going to be coming up. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Tsunami here, tuning into the Star Ladder I-League Invitational Season number 2. Stay tuned, guys. Our European qualifier action continues next here on the broadcast.